Um, don't be surprised if injuries go up in the NBA this year because of how quick this turnaround was from season to season. I get they're trying to adjust or readjust, I guess, for the future seasons to get it back to where it should be. But the turnaround's so quick this year that I would not be surprised if there was an abundance of unfortunate, I should say, injuries when it comes to NBA players.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Um, Something I mentioned to Alan. Well, actually, a couple things. Well, first, something I mentioned to Alan was I felt like Sam's best player, MJ Randolph, plays like Jimmy Butler, like stylistically.
Mhm.
Um, but I say that to segue because I thought about it and what they're doing, like what Miami has going on, is what Philly should be trying to do. Like as long as they're trying to keep their two best players.
Yeah.
Granted, like it's not 1-to-1, but
Yeah.
surround two players who don't shoot with shooters. Like wild concept. Also, Marc Gasol signed a deal with signed a contract with the Lakers. Um,
Boo, should have kept Howard.
didn't I thought Howard left though? Like he signed a contract with Charlotte or something.
So
Philadelphia.
All right, thank you,
I
Philadelphia.
still need the Lakers to look bad.
But how does that make the Lakers look bad?
I don't know. I
Lakers,
just want
Lakers aren't going back to back. I'll say that right now.
Uh, okay, why not?
I genuinely, this is gonna sound, I don't know, this might sound nuts. I genuinely believe losing JaVale McGee did a lot. Like, I like he for his job, he did a lot for that team for his job. Um, I also think long term they should not have let Avery Bradley go. I think the only reason they were successful, like the bubble, was the reason that it was easy it was for them to get to NBA Finals. Like it is what it is. Some players get fueled off the crowd energy and all kind of stuff. Not everybody has that dog in them. We already talked about that. But Avery Bradley, once the crowd comes, you're gonna need somebody like that on defense to go against the other team's guards. Um, I'm surprised they did nothing with Kyle Kuzma. To tell you the truth, I am surprised that was the case. But I'm definitely one of the biggest reasons they won't win is because Rondo's gone.
yeah.
Yeah,
Rondo being gone does a lot. Like, if Rondo's not there last year, they don't win. Like, they don't win if Rondo's not there. Uh, when Rondo wasn't playing, you saw how they played. Or when he was hurt, you saw how they played. He comes back, once again, you saw how they played. Rondo was an engine for that team that they didn't have, right? They had LeBron, yeah, they had AD, but Rondo was out there destroying, doing Rondo type things. And Rondo type things are intangible things that might not even show up on the scorebook, but it's gonna rally a team and make them strive to the highest degree, as long as they're not named the Dallas Mavericks.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that
those
losing
assists.
Rondo was a huge loss for them, a huge one.
Yeah. Because I like Schroeder, who's supposed to be replacing Rondo, but like, yes, he's an upgrade at like as a scorer. You can get him throughout the entire season and the playoffs,
It's not.
but he ain't got that defensive lockdown. He ain't about to orchestrate it in
No.
offense. The
Schroeder's a
same
good
I'm
Schroeder's a
thinking.
good player, but you obviously saw him have an upgrade with Chris Paul last year, in terms of just like the little things. Um, and you can make an argument in terms of leadership. Chris Paul is better than LeBron James. LeBron James just happens to be built like LeBron James. Chris Paul just happens to be built like Chris Paul, so he gets injured more often. You know what I mean? But you can easily make in terms of a leadership argument. You can make that argument. So I guess we'll see what Dennis Schroeder does for the team, but I don't think what he does best is what the Lakers need.
That's very fair. Oh yes. Also, what Boston is shipping off Hayward to Charlotte for what? I think a pick, and apparently, and there's something I've seen like it's going to create some sort of massive like trade exemption or something.
Yeah, like 25 mil.
It's like
It's crazy.
Oh, the Pelicans also got Willie Hernandez as a center. He just signed today, and they signed that from Portland. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He started a couple games in the playoffs. Tall, big man, like kind of erratic. I can't remember his name. He was kind of erratic.
Wait, no, like
he had like dreads or long braids. I don't know what they call him.
Winyan Gabriel, like real tall, skinny.
Yeah, they got him, and that just adds. They're trying to put big men up there. They're trying to load in on big men to surround Zion with that literally just for defensive purposes only. That's really what they're trying to do. In terms of what they're doing, that kind of makes sense, especially when they have enough. They have enough scores. They score fast enough. They have good shooters. They score fast enough. Now they're trying to work on the other end. So for them, that makes sense.
Yeah. I do have a question though with that, right? Wasn't Jackson Hayes more or less supposed to be that guy, like who brings the defense?
Yeah, but he's really raw as a player, like really, really raw. So they're besides Steven Adams, who's here on like a 2-year deal. Here, like I'm there. You know, like Steven Adams on a 2-year deal. Everybody else is on like on a 1. So they're just trying to make Jackson Hayes grow a bit more before they put too much on him because he's not everybody else. You know what I mean? He's not Alonzo. He's not a Brandon Ingram. He's not a Zion Williams. He's not even a Josh Hart. And sorry, Josh Hart's so trash.
Most players are older than him. So.
Yeah, he's just a really raw player. So they're trying to just hone him a bit more before they put all that pressure on him.
Okay.
All right. If that is the wrap up, I just want to shout out a couple freshmen who did really good in their opening debuts. One, Jalen Suggs, that 24 against Kansas, bruh, that is incredible. Your opening points are a dunk on one of the best perimeter guards in all of the NCAA. I am extremely impressed. Jalen Johnson put up really big numbers after being injured his senior year, proving that he's still a dude. DJ Stewart, who's backcourt, front court mate, whatever you want to call it, 24-9. Cade Cunningham, big 6'7" guard, and really watch a lot of his games, but averaging 20.
Call this man Big Sexy.
Oh, big 6'7", bro.
Like, I was like, what you talking about, dog?
Nah, bro. But averaging 20 a game. He's just like a really outstanding talent. And once you see him, you're gonna get it. Yeah, that's my wrap up for the freshmen.
Oh,
and y'all gotta look up Josh Preston. Like he's the hot story in this early NCAA season. If y'all haven't heard about him, basically as a senior, he did not do well at all on varsity. Then he did a prep year, and they had him on the C team for the prep. But he made like a highlight reel of like
the kid of Colorado.
You said what?
That kid of Colorado?
No, the one at Ohio.
Ohio? Okay, my bad.
And he has one of the funkiest, weirdest, most awful games to watch I've ever seen in my life, but it is so productive. It is a really funky, just if he, like literally listening to the story and watching him play, if he was not 6'4", 215 pounds, there would be no way he would play Division I basketball. But very interesting story. Very interesting player. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for listening to another episode of Traveling Hooper.
Hey, real quick. Hey, everybody watch out for my Christmas EP that's dropping in the middle of December. So be ready for that. Buy it up.
At least tell the people who you are, man. How you gonna cut me in the middle of my turn off speech? It did just not even tell the people who you are.
Hopefully they just deep into it. They know who I am.
No.
Philip Dixon.
They don't even know the name.
P Dizzle's my singing name. Just got a little something coming out, a little project, a little Christmas caroling EP coming down the road. Gonna drop middle of December, a couple weeks. So watch out for that because your boy got them pipes.
I'm so glad your computer went off at that time, Calvin.
Once again, I'm Calvin McGowan. If you're on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. Listen to this wherever you listen to podcasts, I guess. Yeah.
I guess.
I'm just supposed to
unprofessional.
I'm sorry, I don't know all this. I know.